Dear students, greetings from Dr. T. Sendilmurugan, Associate Professor and Head Department of Information Technology, Kakatiya Institute of Technology and Science, Warangal. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about function prototype in C programming. How we can declare the function. While we are using the function, we are declaring the function. How we can declare the function. This topic we are going to discuss in this video lecture. This is week 9, lecture 2, classroom discussion topic 26. Okay, function prototype. So, lecture outcome of this particular lecture is, after completion of this lecture, student will be able to use function prototype in effective C programming. While we are writing the C program, we are using the functions. While we are writing the function programs, we must be use function prototype. So, in the previous video lecture, we have discussed about what is function, definition of functions, what are the types of functions like inbuilt function and user-defined functions, and what is user-defined function that we have discussed in the previous video lecture. And also we have discussed about our advantages of user-defined functions also we discussed in the previous video. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about prototype. So what is prototype? Prototype means function declaration. How to declare the function? So already we know that syntax of declaration of the function. First one, the return type should be there. Then function name should be there. And within the brackets, you will give number of arguments. How many arguments you are passing to perform the task. That you have to give it. So the main difference is, while we are writing the declaration, we must be use the semicolon. Okay. The function declaration ending with semicolon. Don't forget it. In syntax, you must be use semicolon. Okay. So function definition. How we can write the function definition? There is no semicolon. Okay. Then it will start with curly brace and closing with curly brace. This particular course within that braces, whatever you are written, that is considered as a function body. Okay. But whatever written type you are given, no, in declaration, same thing you have to use in definition also. The same function name should be there, and as well as same written type should be there, and same arguments also should be there while you are writing definition. While we are declaring the function, we are informing to the compiler that we are going to use this function in my program with this type of program, like that we are saying. Okay. So now what happened? How we can write the declaration? So return type. This function does not return any value. That's why I'm using void. If wherever we are using void, that is considered the no return type, no return values. Okay. Then in this example, addition is the function name, and I'm going to pass two integer arguments. Okay. So one integer argument and second integer argument. So the argument should be separated by the comma. Okay. Then ending with the semicolon because it is the declaration. In definition, what is the examples? You see that there is no semicolon and it will take to argument. Okay. It may be any argument. Here it will take us the formal argument. This is the formal arguments for performing the task. So if anywhere the function may be called, but when we are calling, we have to pass two values. It may be any values like a comma b, 5 comma 6 or anything. Okay. So this is actual value. So that particular value it is taking as x and y for this function definition, and it will perform the addition operation with x plus y. Okay. So this is formal arguments. This is whatever values we are passing while function call, that is considered as the actual arguments. Okay. So what is function prototype? Function prototype means also known as function declaration. You can say that is function declaration. Okay. So function declaration tells the compiler about a function name and how to call the function. So already I said, when we are declaring the function declaration itself is informing to the compiler that this is a function we are going to use in this function program, and how to call the function also we are informing. Okay. And defines a function before it is being used or called. Okay. So we have to define the function. Once the declaration over means we must be define the function, what it will do. Okay. So that we already defined, and whenever we want to perform the task, we can call the function. Okay. Function prototype needs to be written at the beginning of the program. After including the header files before the main functions, we have to declare the functions. Okay. Examples. How we can write syntax for declaring the functions: return type, function name, arguments. Okay. So examples also we already see. The simple program you see here. So already we know that for standard input output operation we are using include stdio.h, and we are declaring the function, one function. That function should not return any value, so void. The function name is add, and it will passing the two argument. Okay. So then main function, we know that the function also not return any value, so void main. So inside we are declared two integer variable, a equal to 5 and b equal to 6. Two variable a and b, it initialized with 5 and 6 respectively. And we are calling the function. This is function call. Just we say the function name, no. The function name with arguments we can give. That is function call. So here what it is passing? Add already a comma b. A value is 5, b value is 6. So this is actual argument. Okay. So this a comma b is actual value. Okay. Actual argument or parameters. So this value will pass here, no, it will be considered as x and y in this function, and it will perform x plus y. Okay. So it will print x plus y value here. It is not written any value. That's why we are written void. So after the execution, this function also not written any values. Just it will take the value from the function call and will perform the addition operation. Okay. So the main thing is how we can use function prototype. Once we are using the function prototype, how we can call the function, how we can define the function, we see in this program. Okay. So what is the output? So if you are given 5 plus 6 means addition is 11. It will print addition is 11. That is the output. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about another program. How to add two numbers using this function name, add with the two arguments, two integer arguments. So how we can write it? So we have to inform to the compiler that I am going to return integer value, and after performing this function, it will return integer value. Function name is addition, and it will pass two value, that is also x and y. Okay, two integer value, that's also x and y. So this is considered as a function declaration or function signature. Function signature or function declaration or function prototype. You can call any name. Okay. We declare the function like this. So after that, this main function, simply we are calling the function like we are declared two variable, and we will get that return value showed as sum. So after calling the function, this function will return one integer value. Already we mentioned, here. So it will return integer value. That integer value will be stored in some program. Okay. So this sum will be printed in the main function itself. Okay. So main function is over. Now we are going to define the function. So how we can define the function? Already we informed the compiler that we are going to use these functions with two arguments. Okay. So there is no semicolon because it is a function definition. So here we can declare one local variable. That local variable we can store the x plus y value and the return result. Okay, return the one integer value, that is result. Okay, so that is a return statement. So in this function prototype examples, this function will return integer value. Then it will get two arguments from the function call, and it will perform the addition operation in the function body. Okay, after performing addition, it will return the result to the corresponding. The result will be stored as sum. Then sum will be printed here itself. So what is the output here? Addition is 11. That is also you can write like this. Okay. So now actual parameters, formal parameters. I already told what is actual, what is formal parameters. Values that are passed to the called function. Okay, from the called function which is we are passing, that is considered as the actual parameters. The variables declared in the function prototype or definition is known as formal parameters. Okay, so you can pass any actual value that will be taken as formal arguments, that is which we are used in the function definition. When a method is called, the formal parameter is temporarily bound to the actual parameters. Okay, so example, see this example, actual parameters. So we declared a and b value, we are passing a comma b value. So this is actual value. Okay, we are passing the actual value to addition function. But in this function, it will take x and y. So this x and y is considered as the formal parameters. So to perform this operation, it will consider as any two variable. So which variable we are used in the function definition, that is considered as the formal parameters. Okay. So return statement, where we have to use the return statement, the function wants to return any value to the corresponding function call, then we have to use the return statement. Okay, the function is returning a value to the calling function, it needs to use the keyword as return. The called function can only return one value per call. Okay, so whichever we are used in the definition, it will return only one return value based on the task. Okay, so syntax is simply we can use the return statement or return with the expression you can give it. So now it's a time to perform reflections part. What is actual parameters? Okay, so you just read the statement and perform the answer within 10 seconds. I will give 10 seconds time. Dear students, I hope you chosen the correct answer. I will show the correct answer. If you have chosen the wrong answer, please go back and watch the video again. Then you can answer it. Okay. So the correct answer is the value sent by the called function. Okay. That is actual parameter or actual arguments. Now we will see simple example to find the maximum number of two numbers using functions. So here what I'm going to do, so I have to declare one function, that function name is max. This function will return one integer value and it will take two integer value for performing this task. In main function, I declare two local variable a and initialize with 100, b and initialize with 200. So maximum value, one of the integer value I declared. So for this, it will get the value after executing this function. Okay, after performing this function, that it will get one integer value that will be stored in the maximum value. So that will be printed here as max value. But once the compiler seen this statement, what will happen? This control flow will comes to here, the particular function call. So max a comma b. So a comma b value already 100 and 200 is there. So it will first check 100 and 200. 100 is this condition true means it will return a. If condition false means it will return b. 100 greater than 200. The condition false, no. So it will return b. So what is the b value? 200. Return b means return 200. So 200 will comes here. That 200 will be stored as the maximum value. So that maximum value is 200. It will print. Okay. So lecture level problems after discussion of all the topics under function prototype, you should develop a C program to implement a simple calculator using functions. Okay. So now we have to revisit the lecture outcomes. Having completed this discussion on function prototype in C programming, now students should be able to use function prototyping in effective C programming. So dear students, I hope you are enjoyed this video. Even further doubts, you can refer the Balaguru Swami sir book, which is authored by Balaguru Swami. The textbook name is Programming in NCC. Chapter number 9 under user-defined function, you can refer more for your clarifications. Even if you have doubt, you can refer the weekly tutorial sheets. Further doubts, you can discuss in the classroom. Okay, you come with the doubt, we will discuss in the classroom. Thank you very much for listening this video.